Welcome back to Chicken Chat, where you will find poultry health videos, breed information, and more. Be sure to subscribe. Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about stick-tight fleas, something that is a little less common than other types of lice and mites for poultry, and some people may not have even heard of these before. When you first see the stick-tight fleas, you might mistake them actually for peck marks, scars, or scrapes on the combs and wattles of the chickens because they look very similar. They appear like teeny tiny red dots on the combs and wattles. They can be hard to get rid of because actually what happens is the stick-tight fleas attached to the chickens will drop their eggs to the bottom of the coop where tiny little disgusting worm-like larvae fall to the bottom of the coop, and they're all over the place. They're really hard to see, and they multiply really rapidly. So in a few minutes here, I will show you what the stick-tight fleas look like so you can be certain that you're not seeing scratch or peck marks on your chickens and you can identify them easily. The best way actually to get rid of these is to remove them with a tweezers because, hence the name, they stick really tightly to the skin and they're very hard to get off and get rid of. So a lot of people will remove them with a tweezers, although of course I do realize that that would be extremely challenging to pull all of those stick-tight fleas off of your chickens if they have infected a lot of your chickens. So the best thing to do would be to apply ivermectin boron or Elector PSP with a Q-tip to the infected areas. Now the easiest way to treat for lice or mites of any kind with chickens I have found is to treat them at dusk when they are on the roosting poles. That way you don't have to chase them down, try to hold them, and struggle through the whole process. It's just a lot easier. Now, you're also going to want to try to smother the stick-tight fleas by applying Vaseline. Now, just like with frostbite, I always tell, she's eating out of my pocket. I always tell people, if you're going to apply things like Vaseline or beeswax, also mix some regular Neosporin in with that to aid in healing the skin. So mix that together, make a salve, it works really great. You obviously also really need to treat your whole entire coop because, like I said, these fleas reproduce at the bottom of the coop. They're going to be all over the place. Clean that coop out. What I like to do is put the ivermectin boron into a spray bottle. If it doesn't want to spray out of the bottle, you can just dilute it a little bit with water and just spray the premises down. That's always worked for me when I have problems with poultry lice or mites. Again, if this has only infected a few chickens, take those tweezers and pull the lice off of the chickens. Now, you may also notice that chickens with the stick-tight fleas, or actually any type of lice or mites, the chickens can become weak, lethargic, and develop anemia because the stick-tight fleas, they're stuck to the skin because they're actually sucking the blood. So by applying the ivermectin boron, which goes into the chicken's system, when they suck the blood of the chicken, it kills them off. So just be very careful. I'll show you here a couple pictures of what stick-tight fleas look like. So another important thing to know is stick-tight fleas, unlike poultry lice, can and will infect other types of animals. Because the stick-tight fleas like to attach to the fleshy type of skin of chickens, they can attach to dogs, cats, and other animals as well. You may find them on the toe pads of dogs and cats and on their faces where fur lacks, like the nose. So just be very careful if you happen to get stick-tight fleas. And so when they're on the chickens and any types of animals, you're going to want to check them over where there is no fur or feathers. They can even be found on the vents of the chickens. So that's just a little bit of information about stick-tight fleas and how to treat for them. I also have a great video with a lot of information about how to prevent bugs in general, because right now it's getting to be summertime. There's flies, mosquitoes, lice, mites, and in my video called How to Prevent Bugs, I show you a lot of different ways to keep those bugs away from your animals. Thanks so much for watching.